Part 3, A Touch of Shadows. Amina barely slept, haunted by the mysterious stranger's words and touch. Every shadow seemed to move, to breathe, as though he might emerge from the darkness at any moment. She could still feel the gentle brush of his fingers on her hand, sending a thrill through her she didn't want to acknowledge. The next night, she found herself drawn back to the same spot, gripping the iron poker tightly. She felt foolish, waiting here, waiting for him, but she couldn't resist the pull. Then, the familiar chill in the air returned, and she knew he was near. This time, she didn't demand he show himself. Instead, she closed her eyes, steadying her breath as she waited. "You came back," his voice whispered, low and inviting, with a trace of amusement. She felt the warmth of him behind her, close enough that she could feel his breath against her neck. "Why do you keep haunting me?" she murmured, heart racing. Her voice was steady, but her hand trembled as he reached out, his fingers grazing the iron poker before slipping past it to her wrist. "Haunting," he laughed softly. "You're the one who returned, Amina." She turned to face him, her eyes narrowing as she finally caught a glimpse of his face, sharp angles, a faint smirk, and eyes that gleamed in the dark. His gaze held hers, magnetic, and for a moment, she forgot the fear. "What are you?" she whispered. "Something that shouldn't exist," he replied, his hand trailing up her arm. "But I think we both know, neither should this desire between us." His words sent a shiver through her, and despite herself, she found her pulse quickening with something that was neither fear nor caution. With a smirk, he stepped back, fading into the shadows. "One day, Amina, you step into the darkness willingly." As he disappeared, his final words lingered in her mind, igniting a thrill she couldn't ignore. To be continued.